Hey, what's up? This is Steven. You're watching Limitless Club. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we will be starting Limitless Club now. All right, so we have an announcement. It's not really an announcement. This is not news, guys. This is not news, but it is it's kind of an update, but not an update. But I'm going to see if I can find the update. But this is a July 24th update, so it's a little late. All right, it's now the 27th as I'm recording this, but 28th maybe when it comes out. So hopefully I can get an updated version of this. But this is just a general reaction to this new Twitter logo X. All right, so the new Twitter logo X is a thing now, and he just sprung it up out of nowhere, and probably a distraction from all the controversy that's been going on with Elon and his flip-flopping with the he's saying the platform is for free speech, but also hiring someone from another organization that was in another organization. They had a conversation about free speech, and she believes that you should always put the advertisers first. As a company, I would not disagree with that in a way, but in my opinion, if you're a public platform, you have to put the public first and allow them to say what they want to say without blocking them or banning them, just like that. Now, if it's something that's illegal, as Elon Musk said, that's fine. If it's something bad, obviously like universally bad, like child, whatever type of weird videos that are out there, people deleting another person and putting it on film. Twitter has been known for having videos like that and have not removed it, or took a very long time to remove it because it's being massively reported and downloaded, whatever. And Twitter finally catches up and is like, okay, fine, we'll delete it. This is how Twitter was before Elon Musk bought it. All right, so I think that Twitter has some issues with that, and their platform is definitely has not changed since Elon Musk took over. Yes, he did unban some people, but he didn't really. As a company owner, you have to mean what you say, right? And it's not a good look when you're flip-flopping around. It doesn't matter where you stand, just stand somewhere, all right? So don't pretend that you're for, let's say, free speech, and then flip-flop and say, oh, well, yeah, but I'm still going to hire this person who is in the World Economic Forum, and she has these views, and she wants people to be a little bit more censored, or a lot more censored, in order to appease the advertisers, probably in China in some way too. I'm sure China has something to do with it as well, but in general, she wants. So for some odd reason, Elon Musk hired her, knowing that it would upset his supporters who wanted Twitter just to be a platform where people can say what they want to say. Again, this is not a political video. I'm just saying this is what happened. All right. The majority of people, I believe, were happy about this. Even the people on the other side, they still wanted to argue with the people on the other side. So on the political side, you had two sides who wanted to argue. They couldn't really do that if people are getting banned left and right. If one side is getting banned left and right, or both sides, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Because the point of the platform is supposed to be a free, kind of a speech form, right? What do you call it? You can say anything you want. That's supposed to be what Twitter is about. So I think Elon messed up on this. Either he would have said, okay, I'm going to take it over and I'm going to make it much harder for people to say what they want to say. He would have said that off the bat, like, oh, wow, I thought Elon Musk was on, at least one side would say, I thought Elon Musk was on our side, and the other side would say, oh, Elon Musk is on our side. But at the moment, probably since he took over, he's been playing both sides. So I think that's really been the issue. As a company owner, he wanted to take it private so he can take more risk and not have the vote of a board, which I think was smart. But I don't think X is helping right now. I don't care what, most people don't care what the platform's called. We just want the platform to be functional, and we want the platform to be, you can actually make it long-term business with Twitter without worrying about your account being banned for some random thing that you posted or somebody else posted or this and that, or some made up controversy that somebody else said about you. I don't think that is the right way to do it. So, yeah, I don't think Twitter needs to be called X right now. I just think that Twitter needs to calm down a little bit. Wait maybe till next year. Make sure the platform is functional to the point where it's an actual video platform as well. We have people like Tucker Carlson and other people kind of migrating to Twitter. I'm also streaming on Twitter, but it's not really a video platform. It's still more a thread form, and it doesn't have a place where you can put your videos, like just standalone videos in a section or a tab or something. It has your list of videos, your profile, like kind of like YouTube, right? So if Twitter wants to be another YouTube, they have to do it now. And I think it would have been better to call it X after that, right? So Elon Musk obviously wants Twitter to be an everything app. So I don't know. I think this is a little too early to switch from Twitter to X, but I do believe it was a distraction for the bad things that are going on within Twitter, and they haven't really solved the problem of speech, or haven't solved the problem of how they're gonna make a long-term revenue with the advertisers. I think the monthly payment is good for consistent revenue without needing advertisers. So why need the advertisers? If you want to become another YouTube, you can just take 30% off of like super chats, something like that. And like even other new platforms that are coming up are doing the same thing. And that allows you to not need advertisers like YouTube is trying to do right now, which is why YouTube wants people to send super chats. They take 30%. YouTube wants, but the ads, you have to get the advertising in order to get the ad revenue. Therefore, it puts your company in jeopardy if ad revenue stops for some reason. But if the YouTube creators and the audience is at YouTube, if you can figure out a way to not need advertisers, then you're in good shape. And I think Elon did figure that out his first few weeks there. But the whole kind of free to say what you want to say type thing, not illegal things, just regular speech that everybody does, right? That part of it is a little bit flip-floppy, and the fact that he hired someone like her who doesn't really believe in free speech, as he claimed that he was, as long as it wasn't illegal, it seems like a complete betrayal to the people who trusted him. I never trusted him per se, but I'm just saying that was the intention, at least that what he made us to believe. I'm not anti Elon Musk. I'm just anti lies, right? So or flip flop, right? So now let's talk about the logo, right? So the Twitter logo, as you see, it's called X in rebrand, and again, most people don't like it. They just want Twitter to stay Twitter, all right? And the issue with the rebrand is, for one, it's too soon anyway. This is what it looks like. And Elon Musk has replaced Twitter's iconic blue bird logo with an X on Monday, part of the major rebrand teased over the weekend that takes the platform another step closer to the billionaire's dream of creating an everything app. So that's the issue. It's an everything app, and he wants to create that. It's not a bad idea on his side. It's just that it's a little too soon. I think the everything app should be separate from Twitter, and at Twitter as an option or as a extension of the everything app that goes with it. But I think Elon knew that wouldn't work, because if he were to keep Twitter as Twitter and have a separate app that connects Twitter to everything app, then it would be a problem. Now, if he made the everything app required to use Twitter, then maybe that would have been a better option, but who knows if that would have worked out very well as well. Very well too. So he probably just said, okay, easier. Everybody's on Twitter now. I bought the company for $44 billion. So I might as well, just make Twitter X, because everybody's already on X. Everybody's going to be talking about it. And some people say it looks like a pen and a notepad, the X. And I can see that, like a pen and notepad. Like the notepad's the bigger than one, and the pen is like the small one together. Who knows? I can't really say. But again, It's his dream thing to do. It was his dream company to create X from the very beginning. He had the money to do it for years. I think he just thought it would be easier to buy Twitter and take it over and then turn it into X. I think the transition was a little too fast. I think if you're using X as a distraction for your lack of consistency, then to me that's an issue as a company owner. He's a genius, obviously genius in business, but I think when it comes to marketing, sometimes he can get a little tricky when it comes to Elon, right? The change appeared Monday morning on the web version of the platform. Yeah, because I didn't see it on my phone. I saw it on the web version only. I was like, where's the X? Oh, it's on the web version. The new logo, a white styled X on a black background, has also replaced the bird as a badge signifying an account linked to a company employee. So, yeah, that's that. Twitter's official account at Twitter has also been changed in the rebrand and is now named X, showing just the new logo as a profile picture and a bio reading what's happening. Oh my gosh, come on. Other Twitter accounts appear to be in the process of being changed. The accounts for creators at Twitter creators and verification at verified have been changed, while others, notably the main support account at Twitter support, still showing the blue bird at the time of writing. So that's important. Mobile apps still appear to feature the blue bird. I guess they don't want to freak everybody out, right? Not yet, anyway. Through it is likely this will change once they are updated, which wouldn't take long. So Musk's decision to replace Twitter's iconic bird is both shocking and inevitable. We knew it was inevitable, but it's just too soon, guys. It was too soon. On the one hand, he is jettisoning one of the company's most recognized assets. Larry, as it's known, has represented Twitter from more than a decade and whose features, including color and tweets, permeate the entire platform. On the other hand, Musk has been open about his ambition to transform Twitter into an everything app, X, in the vein of Chinese tech behemoth WeChat. So WeChat is a very, very big company that China really is pretty much in control of, and everything's on there. You can make your payments, you can order a cab, you can order an Uber version, a Chinese Uber, which is called, I think it's called, I can't think of the name right now, guys. It's a Chinese version of Uber. You could call that. I can't think of the name. Okay, so concrete steps had already been taken towards this goal, such as changing the business name to X Corp, but these were largely back-end changes that didn't have too much of an impact on users. Musk escalated the transition over the weekend when he said the site X.com would now redirect to Twitter and forecast soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds. Ooh, that's not good. I don't know. The question is, before I continue, will this actually work out for Elon like he thinks? I don't know what he's thinking, to be honest with you. I don't see any benefit of changing Twitter to X, period. Maybe in a decade, maybe I'll give him like 5 to 7 years, maybe. And just, we could talk about it, we can make it exciting, and then when it becomes X, everybody's excited. But now he just kind of just changed it. People will now get used to it, I guess, and I don't know. It seems a little bit premature to me. I don't know. I think most people would agree with that, and I just don't think this will work out like he thinks. But again, if people are forced to use it, then they're forced to use it. His company, it's his company. He can do whatever he wants. Twitter is still the only platform to go to, and I think if he keeps calling it Twitter as a function, maybe that would work versus X.com. So X.com, but you can use Twitter on X.com. That's better to me. He's just using the platform to advertise his X.com, but he would have to transform his whole platform, right? So what now? We now redirect to it. Gradually, all the birds will be gone, right? So let's continue. Twitter, or X's new logo from his followers. He later shared an image of the new logo projected into the company's headquarters. Their global issues, rebrand companies. Yeah, so basically it's like a rebrand of the companies. So again, and this is the our headquarters tonight, according to Elon X. I guess that's like a what's that? I'm guessing that's a light. Almost it could be a painting too. Who knows? Pretty cool though. I mean, can't lie. But I'm trying to think about. I just don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. It's too soon. But he wanted to do it this year, so he didn't want to waste time. I get it. It's his company. He can do whatever he wants. But just remember that customers are important too. All right. So X is here. Let's do this. Tweeted freshly minted CEO Linda Yaccarino. Nobody likes her. It is exceptionally rare to have a second chance to make another big impression, Yaccarino said, but X is Twitter's change to do just that. She said there is no limit to this transformation and that the team is just getting started. I'm actually curious to see if she was the reason, if she is the reason why Elon Musk decided to do X sooner, if she inspired this change sooner than later. Because I think Elon himself is smarter than this. I think she convinced them to do this because it was a distraction for all the crap that was going on within Twitter. So if you can just change the name, Twitter's name, Twitter doesn't have that same, somehow Twitter doesn't have that same reputation as it did before, even though Twitter is going to be exactly the same as it was as Twitter 2.0 technically, because the original Twitter wasn't this strict. And when it came to like what you can say, but afterwards, when before Darcy was there? I can't think of his name. Sorry. Before he left, the original owner, it was already getting bad, and then he left the company because he just didn't feel like he needed to be there anymore. He kind of pulled the rug from everybody else and let Twitter become a kind of a crazy platform where they allow certain things, they didn't allow other things. They were kind of inconsistent anyway, and that was really the main issue. They didn't treat everybody the same. And so anytime you have to do restricted speech, depending on who is in charge, that could be anything, right? Anybody and everybody is at risk for that. And when you're running a business and you use Twitter as a business platform, as a platform to run your business, which is not recommended, but you need obviously diversity, but Twitter is pretty important to make announcements. I used it for years to post my website articles well over a decade. So Yaccarino said, but X is Twitter's chance to do just that. I guess a second chance. I don't agree. I don't think this is going to give Twitter a second chance, guys. It's just not possible because Twitter has already pretty much disappointed everybody by now, right? You have to completely do what Elon Musk did before, but now since Elon Musk flip-flopped, it makes it harder to trust him no matter what the company is called. So it doesn't matter what you change it to. So this is the X logo again, $236.5 billion. That's how much Forbes estimated Musk is worth. Well, it used to be in the 300s, and it went down because of the Twitter buy out and all the other things that are happening, according to our real-time tracker. So his fortune places him at the very top of Forbes' list of the world's richest people. Musk's wealth largely comes from his stake in electronic car maker Tesla and the cadre of valuable companies he co-founded, including rocket firm SpaceX, which has the X on it, kind of foreshadowing, brain implant company Neuralink, and tunneling enterprise Boring Company, which I think is more valuable than Neuralink personally. He controversially purchased Twitter for $44 billion in 2022 and started on a series of drastic overhauls, including its content moderation and verification policies and slashing headcount. So yeah, the headcount slash was important, and it was getting all the bad people out. But at the same time, he's doing the exact same thing. There's no real change, and now it's kind of his marketing tactic for even taking it over and bringing everybody back to the company, and then pull the rug from everybody because there's really no replacement for Twitter. So Elon Musk basically said, okay, I'll make this a free speech platform. As long as it's not illegal, you can post whatever you want. And then he went right back on his word, hired a person who had the opposite views. You can check out our interviews with Elon. And then he hires her in order to get more, I guess, favor from advertising companies, because she probably convinced him, yeah, you need the advertising revenue, Elon. You need to change it to X sooner, maybe, and maybe you can be stricter on the speech again, so we can get this revenue back. Even though he knows that he announced to his the people that were supporting him, that hey, it'll be a much easier platform to work with. We'll have video, we have this and that. Come here instead of YouTube. That was the idea, right? Come here instead of Threads, which obviously Threads came out after all this, around this time, and Threads already from Facebook already kind of collapsed, right? 100 million users is what, his first week or month or day, whatever. But it was already linked to Facebook because it wasn't that impressive, and it's already kind of dead now, right? Twitter is still active. Elon has the chance to change things if he fires the CEO and say, hey, this, just say, he could say like, yeah, it was a bad idea to get Twitter more strict. I don't think this is what I wanted originally. I decided to go with my original plan to make Twitter easier to work with in the speech area, and screw the advertisers, forget the advertisers. I'm going to do what I want to do. All right. And then and he has to say, I'm not going back my word. If Apple wants to ban the app for some reason, I will make my own OS system. I'm always in the OS system, guys. So, yeah. So, follow Twitter, send me a secret tip. So yeah, so that's the article. This is more of it. There's TikToks and article and news updates. But I just want to get you guys on the Twitter part. And there's a problem with and the X-rated problem. Twitter's new fame for millions of users. And this is the article right here. Elon right here, being flip-floppy again, right? This is why he has both hands on two thumbs, right? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Twitter has a new name, but rebranding to X could expose social media networks users to a wave of security problems. Okay, let's talk about security problems. Okay, this is the least of the issues right now, guys. Security is always going to be a thing, guys. I don't understand like why this is always a big deal. Of course, it's going to be security problems in any app, period. All right. Even in crypto, there's security problems. How did Bitcoin get hacked? I don't know. Just get a Bitcoin wallet or something, physical wallet. But yeah, so Twitter owner Elon Musk suddenly announced plans to drop the Twitter brand over the weekend. What looks like another impetuous move by the social network owner. The logo has already been switched to the X on the Twitter's website, and Musk says the Twitter brand will be dropped altogether, and soon will shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually. And the birds Musk tweeted yesterday. However, it seems Musk's rush to drop the Twitter has created security problems that have alarmed experts. Okay, how does dropping an X alert security problems? Is it because the URL x.com forwards to Twitter? Forwarding to a website is not a security issue. The security issue would be more on the actual domain and where it's hosted, probably. So as long as he can fix that, maybe that would be more of the issue. If Twitter itself is insecure pre-X, then it has nothing to do with the X. So what are they talking about? Among the many tweets, if they still call it tweets, that Musk has put out about the new brand, is that Twitter has secured the X.com website domain. Elon already owned it, so he probably got Twitter to buy it because he's the owner of both X.com and Twitter.com. He's had it for years. Intern X logo has gone live like today. Blah, blah, okay. However, the move acquired to the X.com appears to have only happened in the past few days, meaning many DNS servers, the key pieces of internet infrastructure, right? Infrastructure. Sorry, I was like reading way over here. Infrastructure that the direct visitors to the correct website are yet to be caught up with the new ownership. All right, so let's see. So that's that. DNS changes can take 48 hours or more to fully propagate, suggesting Musk was so impatient to make the rebranding announcement that he couldn't wait the 2 days or so it would take for the changes to flush through the system. So that was the issue. Okay, I can get that. I get that. See, I told you it was everything to do with the domain name host and the transfer. So it depends on that. Like I said, the DNS server. I meant to say that. That's what I meant. The server for domain names. When you transfer a domain name, it takes 48 hours a lot of times, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the company, depending on who you're working with. And that could be a security issue during the transfer. You could transfer it first and then make the announcement so nobody can actually know about it. So furthermore, it doesn't appear that the company has taken basic precautions such as registering similar domains that can be easily mistyped by users. For example, xx.com is currently displaying a for sale message, and it will come as no surprise to anyone that xxx.com is a pornographic site. Due to soft launch and limited information online, and even initial DNS problems, people searching for the new URL could potentially come across copycat sites wanting to steal Twitter login details, said Jake Moore, global cybersecurity advisor at security firm ESET. I'm confident that Elon Musk might be on this already. He knew he probably rushed this too soon. Elon Musk does care about security, I believe. He secures his Teslas all the time. He was in a rush. He made a big mistake. I think he's going to probably secure this. And this is me. This is my unbiased opinion about Elon. I think he's going to take care of this sooner than people think. He probably already purchased the domain names for all we know. Maybe he make some announcement. Maybe the for sale sign is a distraction or something. Who knows? But maybe he's selling it. Maybe he already owns it personally. He's selling it to himself. Who knows? But I think he's gonna have to take care of this obviously soon. If he hasn't, he knows that he has to purchase similar. He has to purchase similar domain names, including .net, .org, .t, whatever it is. I do the same thing for my sites. I'm not even I did this without even registering as a company. All right, with my websites, I register usually as many extensions as possible. And of course, when it comes to XX and XXS, that's a different like ball game. So it depends on what you're doing, right? So due to the soft launch and limited information online and even initial DNS problem, people searching for the new URL could potentially come across copycat sites. So I read that. So phishing attack risk, another big risk with switching names and domains is that bad actors will use the new brand to target users via email. The xsafety.com domain is another that is currently up for sale. It could be acquired by thieves looking to launch phishing attacks, pretending to be from X's safety team. Well, thank you for giving my ideas article. They could send a message along the lines of, "We've noticed your account has been hacked. Please click here to remedy the problem," with users being redirected to a malicious site that steals login credentials or installs harmful software on the victim's computer. So that's an issue, right? The rushed Twitter rebrand makes the perfect opportunity to send a phishing email requesting users to sign in via the new URL and more. This could trick multiple users into handing over their credentials without their usual level of due diligence. Moore warns that Twitter's users need to be on their guard, particularly over the next few days, as news of the new brand spreads, people need to remember to always err on the side of caution, especially when presented with a login request via an unsolicited email, he said. Twitter no longer has a media relations to contact for comments. The contact email returns a poop emoji. So yeah, there you go. So Elon's still sending his poop emojis, I guess. So the security issue is a problem. I think they should, if they haven't bought the other domain names, they definitely should. I think Elon Musk already owned the domain name for years. The domain name, he probably, or at least varieties of it. He probably paid millions of dollars for it if he didn't. I'm sure he will buy the XXS and XX.com soon. He's probably already purchased it. Maybe he purchased the companies that own the domain name, so he doesn't actually have to do anything yet. He can just say, okay, I'm blocking this domain name for selling. It's for sale as a some type of distraction to make you think that the xx.com is for sale, but it's actually not. So you try to buy it, it's like this error, you can't buy it, no matter what you do. So maybe that's what he did. Maybe he bought the company that hosts the xx and xxx.com domains. Who knows what Elon did in the background? I'm just saying it's possible. I'm getting all up because he's smarter than this. I don't see him making this type of mistake unless he really wanted to get ahead of all the negative controversy surrounding Twitter and X.com, which now is just X.com controversy. Again, I think the CEO is not good. I think she probably has something to do with the idea. She seems to be very influential in his life right now, and Elon Musk just has bad people around him. Period. So I think he just needs to rebrand himself again, fire the CEO as soon as possible, and move on to better things. All right, that's all I'm saying. So hope you guys enjoyed this. This was Limitless Club, and this was all about Twitter and X.com and the change and Elon and his flip-flopping and the CEO and the security issues. And if you guys like this, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll be back with more news and updates for Limitless Club. Until next time, see ya.